Many marketplace e-commerce platforms have a store within a store capability. Now, this can enable the ability to have a separate domain, a subdomain, or a subdirectory, for example. But ultimately, there's a store for the seller, and the seller has a profile area that they can manage and control and customize. Now, this particular capability requires that the seller have an intuitive interface to be able to work with and interact with so that they can easily find their way around these capabilities. Keep in mind, the sellers are so busy trying to operate their business, fulfill the items, and make sure that their customers are happy whenever they're buying on the marketplace. So we want this interaction with their store within the store to be really easy to manage. Here you can see on the screen an example of a storefront or store designer manager that enables just that. So the user can come in and manage the font, the primary and secondary color, and then they can manage their logo, as well as the overall header section of their site, and manage sort of global settings that they're going to have available to them. We could show a footer management section here, a sidebar if you wanted that, and then ultimately a sitemap. Then they can come in and choose whether or not items are shown in the navigation, and then actually go in and design the page. Now, this is a really, really important aspect to your overall store within a store, is being able to have sort of this overall store designer capability and making it simple enough, yet complete enough, and have enough features on it that the sellers can actually manage everything they need to manage, but not get overwhelmed in the process. So this is absolutely critical to your store within a store management. Now let's take a look at one of the sort of screens that we'll cover in more detail upcoming. So whenever they actually save and publish, they're going to get to a screen something like this potentially, and be able to see a visual editor and move things around, for example. So ultimately, they need the ability to go from this sort of sitemap view into a design view. And then they also need the ability to have a publishing model that isn't going to just make these changes. It's not going to make the changes immediately to the storefront. It's actually going to allow preview and validation before they get published. So here you can see they can preview. They also can have an approval process as well. So if you want to have an administrative approval before stores get updated, that's also a capability that we can turn on for your marketplace platform. And sort of the general question when you're looking at store within a store is, how can you provide a lot of value off the shelf? Well, one of the biggest things that you can do is have an opinionated approach to your different niche offerings. And in particular, offer them off the shelf templates that give them a lot of the standard aspects that they're going to need for their store. And in order to present it fully, you can even do things like tokenizing the content for them, so that they have standard boilerplate content on their site that gets tokenized with their specific keywords, with possibly their branding and their information. And ultimately, the big takeaway that we want you to get from this is that your store within a store has a lot of ability to be dynamic for your specific niche and your specific offering. So we encourage you to consider that whenever you're looking at your marketplace e-commerce software and you're considering what options you want to be able to turn on. The other big thing is users are really busy, and they probably are not going to spend a ton of time trying to figure everything out about your marketplace software. So make sure that you keep it simple and streamlined, and have an opinion about what is there by default, so that whenever a seller is going to set up their store, they have a great experience as a baseline, and then they just need to tweak a few things wherever possible. This can be very, very critical to getting sellers to adopt your store within a store. You can also do things like providing a detailed walkthrough, training, ongoing support, where you actually provide hands-on support for different sellers who want to engage and build their store within a store. This can be a massive marketing opportunity. So we really encourage you to think about how it's going to go for your specific niche and within your specific marketplace, and partner with a team that has done this before and can help you with the process. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this content, we would love for you to smash the like button. If you want to see more, feel free to hit subscribe, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.